The Weekly Warm Pipe.
All right, switching it up a little bit this week, Jay.
That's right.
I said let's take a break from video games. We do a lot of video game coverage here on the Weekly Warm Pipe about talking old games, but it said, no, let's do fashion.
You
Let's
know what
talk
we're gonna
about some
do?
fashion for a little bit.
We're gonna get it started. Dead pun.
Yeah, we figured we'd chat about these starter jackets, probably the pinnacle fashion choice of the 90s, right?
Absolutely.
If you didn't have it, then I guess you weren't one of the cool kids.
You were not.
Also, I want to let everyone know everything should be good audio wise if you guys are listening to audio, and I have started adding you can do video on Spotify as well. So if you're listening on Spotify, there could be a video attached to it. So I've been slowly uploading some back episodes into video format for Spotify.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was even a possibility.
Yeah, well, I was at Retro Game Con a few weeks back, and I was, handing out my business cards and showing them, hey, check out the podcast. And this like little kid, I don't know, like 10 or 12, was like, oh, you're on Spotify? Is it video? And I was like, I used to do it, but then they switched. I was like, so we have YouTube if you want to see us, but right now it's just audio. But I went back in a certain website. It's stupid. Like, so we upload and it goes out to the audio, like Apple, Google, Spotify, and then I have to go into Spotify and then upload the video.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
a little extra work, but maybe you guys will like that. And again, shout out to Mike Butler, who's part of Forgotten Cinema podcast. So we're on his hosting site for all of this there, and it actually gives us some stats and stuff, so I can see the audio listeners, like how many we get per episode. I can gauge on YouTube because it shows it right there, and I was like, I'm not sure on the audio, but now we do. Now we'll be able to get some data on that.
I like it.
But yeah, we'll get into this topic here. 90s jackets. A little bit of fashion here. Sports jackets. They became popular in the 1990s for a variety of reasons, including the rise of hip hop fashion, the popularity of professional sports, and the rise of the starter clothing line.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a mainstay for all those things there. I have a little facts on Starter. Starter is an American clothing manufacturer focusing on major league sports teams. Starter's current licenses include the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, and NHL teams.
All right.
Non-sports agreements included a partnership with Coca-Cola, which I didn't know that. I don't know if there's any Coca-Cola jackets that they make, maybe for the employees.
Yeah, who knows? Weird.
And it did say Starter became notable in the early 90s with his licensed jackets of the main professional sports leagues in the U.S. Those jackets became iconic and a status symbol of that era.
Russ, I'm having some crazy itchy ear going on, so forgive me if you guys see me like on video, like scratch my ear. I don't know what's going on.
Jeez, Jay.
I know,
Itchy
right?
ears.
Itchy ears.
So did you have any of these starting jackets growing up or something similar? Or
So
what were you
yes,
sporting?
I had a starter jacket, and I don't know about you, Russ, but I remember these creeping in around the 6th grade. I wish I knew exactly what year that was. Um, I guess if my first year in high school was 95,
Right.
maybe around 92. You know what it was?
Yeah, I'd say that's
6th grade
about
was
right.
the same year I got my SNES, so it has to be 92. So,
Nice.
I got a White Sox starter jacket. I don't think I cared what starter jacket I got. I mean, I think if you could have gave me a choice, I would have picked like the Charlotte Hornets, uh, the Chicago Bulls, maybe. But my mom took me to TJ Maxx and we found a White Sox starter jacket. And I was
Nice.
like, you know what? Black, silver, gray, whatever, I'll take it. I think that it was this one up here on the top left
With the
because
big
it had
socks in the
it
back
had a
here.
hood. Yeah, it had big
Hmm.
socks on the back, had a hood. that I don't think unzipped. There's the starter look. Yeah, that I'm pretty sure that's the jacket I had.
Okay.
That I would put money on that. That's the one.
Yeah, classic look right there with the, colors of the team.
Yep.
Now, were you a Sox fan or you're just like, "I
Oh,
like"
no,
I
I just all the kids had starter jackets, and I wanted one, and TJ Maxx had that was the one that I found there that fit me, and I thought, the colors weren't ridiculous, and it was like 35, $45, so it was cheaper than going to, like, the mall and getting it. So my mom's like, "Alright, we'll get you this starter jacket." And God, I wish I had a picture of me in it. I'm sure I have one somewhere. If I find one, I will have to give it to you. We can post it up on our Facebook or our YouTube
Yeah.
community page.
Gosh, yeah, I bet you I have a picture of me in one. So I want it. I'm trying to remember which team. I think it was the Raiders
Okay,
or it might have been. I know because I didn't really watch sports growing up a whole lot. Like I was kind of just watching whatever either the kids at school were talking about, if they were fans of whoever. So it might have been the Raiders, maybe the 49ers, but I did end up getting a, Giants jacket. I was a
okay,
little disappointed. I was like, I'm not a big Giants fan," but I was happy to get it. I'm trying to find the exact one here on the site because I remember it was like a heavy winter jacket. Like winter was coming up. I needed a jacket. So
right.
we went to, Bob's is the clothing store, and we picked up the Giants jacket, and I remember it was thick and heavy, and I feel like it was more red than blue.
Now, did you have the pullover? Because a lot of kids had pullovers where they had, like, the pocket right here
I
with
feel
the
like it
half
was like
zip.
this one. Like, this one
Looks pretty familiar.
looks pretty, like, heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, only $60. It says youth medium. Oh, it's a youth.
Woulda fit you then.
Right, right. Yeah, true. It would have fit me then. Um, yeah, because it was definitely the heavy set one, not like this pullover one looks nice. I don't
Yeah,
know
like,
how
I like
warm that
that.
is.
It kinda has that slicky look to it too.
Like, it's good against wind, right?
Yeah. One of the
But
things I
warm's not
remembered
enough.
was I remember my starter logo getting a little dirty, and that really, like, perturbed me because I was like, "Oh, man," like, that was like the status symbol, like, you had to have starter on the what was the left sleeve.
Right, right. The little S with the star on there.
You know what's funny is I think starter now can be bought at Walmart, so
Well, again, like, not to be off topic, but like also I guess that brand Carhartt is like coming around as like a I don't know if you know that. Like I guess a lot of people that do construction stuff are wearing that now all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is like fashionable.
Oh, yeah, 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 a lot of my family, like, are rednecks, and they wear that kinda crap. But
You
this
said
is
it.
this is slightly changing, but I have to say it. I remember in the early 2000s when I found out Blink-182 wore Dickies, and I remember when I found out you could buy them at Walmart, I was so excited. Like, "Oh, you can buy Dickies at Walmart, it's cheap."
Right? That could almost be an episode of bands that influenced our how we dressed.
Okay, well, we
Because
can
I
do
think
that another day. We'll put that down for next week.
yeah, it's a good topic for sure. But again, let me go back. I found a nice article that maybe sums up the starter jacket craze, right, in
Okay.
the 90s. Why, I don't know, all these kids were upset. Again, like I wasn't watching sports weekly and keeping up with it. I was playing video games. It's definitely more into video games than watching sports, but I wanted to get one of these jackets. Of course, the jacket everyone always talks about, we have to mention the Charlotte Hornets
I
jacket,
mean,
right?
right?
They
Like,
say
that purple and green? That was
and I
iconic.
and I think that's literally like the reason why it was so popular, probably because of the color scheme
And I
over
think the
the team.
mascot was very kid friendly with the little bee, or I guess he's not a bee, he's a hornet. With the
The
little
OB
hornet,
of the Charlotte Hornets.
the little
Yeah,
bee on the hornet jacket. He's kinda like kid friendly. Uh,
right.
Kinda reminds me of another character, but I don't remember what it is right now from a college team.
Okay. Actually, I guess it could be similar there, but
But yeah, I just think that purple and blue was so iconic, and or turquoise, whatever color you wanna color.
turquoise, yeah, like a turquoise, yeah, and the purple.
'Cause I remember if I coulda handpicked one, that probably would have been the one I got, because I think that
Right,
was
this one because then they're showing this one in black, but,
yeah,
it's more subtle, I mean, doesn't pop as much, I definitely would go for the teal one for
yeah.
sure over I like the loudness
It's
of it.
very 90s, like, it screams the 90s.
Right,
If I woulda
right.
saw that at TJ Maxx, I would have definitely got it.
Yeah, I'm sure that flew off the shelves quickly. Let's see, what did I write here? So this is from the website uprocks, ROXX.com.
Up rocks.
Like everything else in early to mid 90s, starter jackets came in bold, loud, gaudy colors. Part of that was simply a byproduct of the teams they represented. The original satin button up was the campaign's flagship item, arguably the most memorable. The image that likely comes to mind when you hear the phrase starter jacket is mostly closely resembles the types of windbreaker style jackets you see baseball players wearing over their uniforms. It's the one your favorite rappers wore on the album covers and music videos. It's the type of jacket Eddie Murphy made famous in Beverly Hills Cop
Oh, wow.
and Coming to America. More on that later. They later expanded to breakaway style jackets and pullovers. Because of the price tag, upwards of $150 on average, a starter jacket was much more of a status symbol than it was a fashion accessory because you didn't need any particular sense of style to wear one. You wear it well. Starter jackets look great on everyone, even if you were otherwise the most unfortunately dressed person in your class and a target of ridicule. It transformed you into someone more confident, capable, attractive, and athletic, and thus more accepted by your peers.
That's exactly how it made me feel, Russ.
Yeah, like how they said you could just throw it on and then you got your jeans or whatever, and it's just like, all right, that guy's looking good. He's figuring it out.
Dude, I gotta find a picture of me in this stupid jacket now. I know I gotta have one somewhere.
And then if finishes up with starter jackets quickly took up residence in virtually every sector of pop culture. Some of the most entertaining instances being a series of commercials featuring a grab bag of 90s celebrities endorsers. There were the 30-second music video esque spots with Brooke Shields, Emmett Smith, Reggie Jackson, uh, Jerry Van Dyke, and another one featuring Corbane Benson or Bernstein of the LA Law and Major League fame, along with Cecile Fielder and Malcolm Jamel Warner. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, when you got the celebrities and everything where it's just influenced onto the kids.
Now, Russ, I did a video a couple years ago on my YouTube channel called How NHL '93 Changed My Life. And
Okay.
at the end of this video, I wear all my old retro Pittsburgh Penguins gear. And in that video, there are me wearing a couple of Pittsburgh Penguins starter jackets
Starter
that I
jackets.
got around 95.
Oh, okay. We got to look this up, right?
Yeah, absolutely we do. And
NES
I
addict.
and I and if truth be told, I meant to get one of these before we started this podcast and put it on for when the podcast opened, but I forgot. And it's
I
deep
will
in
say
this closet, so
I got busted chops. That thumbnail though,
hey,
MS
bro,
Paint. What was that?
that was Jay 7 years ago. I didn't know how to make
That's
thumbnails. I was
7
working
years
with
ago.
limited stuff, and then also, unlike Russ, who is very, uh, good about going back and changing things that I just didn't
Right, right. Update.
it just whatever, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All
What
right,
is
let's
up,
see.
YouTube? I've
What's
come a
up,
long
YouTube?
way.
There we
Nope,
go.
there's one. Oh, it's Apex. Okay, that's not starter,
Oh,
but it's
okay, okay.
Apex.
Nope.
But
That
similar.
one.
No, that's starter. You can
Yeah,
see it
you
on
see
the
that's right. They had the zipper little what would you call it? Charm.
yeah.
That's his starter. Nice.
So there's one. That actually might be starter too.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, look at that boy!
I love the fashion here. Yeah, do you still have most of these?
I have all this crap.
Nice. Hey, Super Mario is back.
Yeah, that's fun. That's actually a starter, jersey that was signed. You can see the starter logo on the left sleeve there.
Right, they always end up putting it there for so you had a lot of the starter gear.
A lot of the Pittsburgh Penguins stuff.
Right, right, and a
Somewhere
couple
there's
more
another
jerseys,
jacket that's pretty cool.
unless I started it past it. No, looks like 2 more jerseys.
Yeah, that one's Reebok.
Pittsburgh Penguin.
That was a flag I flew on my car the whole 2009 year, the year they happened to win.
Okay.
Some old Sports Illustrateds with Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr puck. But yeah, there should have been one more starter jacket on there, but
Well,
maybe
fair enough. I mean,
yeah, it's all good. You get the point.
you get the point. Jay has starter jackets. Great.
That's right. Lots of
I'll have to you gotta take a photo of you in
okay.
one of the jackets for the thumbnail.
I'll do it. Absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, I think I only ever got the Giants jacket one. I don't believe I had any other ones growing up. Not even different sports teams or whatever with like baseball. It said, they did stuff
Right.
for hockey. Obviously Jay has the hockey stuff, but I just had gotten the football one.
Yeah, and it was around 6th grade when I got into hockey, and so being a huge Penguins fan, that was what my parents ended up buying me lots of eventually over around, 6th, 7th, 8th, ninth grade.
Hmm.
Oh, I actually had on a starter shirt yesterday that
Oh
my
yeah.
parents that it says 1993, USA hockey team. It's so old, there's holes under the sleeves, but it has
That's
little
called
s
air conditioning.
but it has a little starter logo on the left sleeve right there. So I had a lot of starter stuff. Man, I should have busted it out. I forgot that was starter.
There we go. We came up with this topic the day before. We're kind of I was like, can we get 45 minutes out of starter jackets?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jay's like, yeah, we can figure it out.
We can
We
we
want
can
to
push it.
push it. Well, I want to spice in a few more things to kind of break up the episode a little bit. We used to do these back in the day. Maybe we'll continue to do it more, but we like to play a little game called Name That Quote. Hey, I bet you can't name that quote. So I'm going to read Jay some quotes and we'll see how he does, see if he can
All
name it.
right. Put my brain
We
to the
got
test.
heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
I will
Is this
say
from a movie?
yes, these are all movie quotes and they
Okay.
all have to do with sports. So I wanted to keep it with that theme.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That narrows it down a little bit. Heroes get remembered, but
And
legends
the
never.
person that said this was not in the movie. They were a sports person who was I don't know. I don't want to give away too
Okay,
much.
I'm gonna go with Space Jam because I have no idea.
I'll say it is a baseball movie. If you
Okay.
want to narrow it down.
Um, Major League.
Nope. So this
What's
was
the
said
what's
by
what's what's the one with Charlie Sheen in it?
oh that's Wild Thing or no,
No,
Major League. Major
maybe
League.
maybe it is Major League. Okay.
All right. So
Mm.
I'm talking about 1993's The Sandlot. This was Babe Ruth said this.
Oh,
Heroes get
okay.
remembered, but legends never die.
I should know that. I love Sandlot, but I honestly have only watched Sandlot like once in like the last 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the last time I seen it, other than I know
I
the
saw it
quote that
within the last year, but yeah, I'm
last
not
year.
great at
Oh, okay.
quoting. The only like now had you said, "Hey Smalls, want some more?" And how do you get some more of nothing or whatever, or "You're killing me, Smalls." I might would
Killing
have
me
got that.
Smalls. Right, right. All right. So maybe this one you'll get. The next one here. It's not about the shoes. It's about what you do in them.
That sounds like a Space Jam quote.
That's 1996 Space Jam. Michael Jordan said that one. So you got
Nice.
that one right. I got one more for you. This one's an easy one.
Is it right up my alley, Russ?
Everyone knows this one. If you build it, he will come.
Field of Dreams.
Build the dreams.
See,
1989.
totally thought you were gonna bust out a Mighty Ducks quote for me.
That would have been a good one too.
Keep swinging, Charlie. Maybe you'll give him a cold.
Like, what about this one? Quack, Quack, quack,
I don't
quack,
know.
quack. Nice. Yeah,
The
those
Oreo
are good ones
what's
there.
this? The Oreo line?
The what?
The
Give him a
Oreo
knuckle
line?
puck.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I got one more game we'll spice in here just to keep Jay on his toes here.
Let's do it.
This one we like to call.
Keep or kill. Finish him.
That's a great edit.
I love these ones. All right, Jay. Butterfingers or Snickers?
Oh, I'm killing Butterfingers and keeping Snickers all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Snickers. I mean, Butterfingers are good, but even with Bart Simpson advertising them, not enough to keep me away from my Snickers.
Yeah, I feel like because of Bart was advertising them, a lot of kids probably just ate it just because of that purpose.
Yeah,
I will say I do grab Snickers or myself payday at work. I just probably because the nuts in there, I was like, I feel like that's better source of energy if I'm gonna
yeah.
eat a candy bar.
Well, I just like it's a great consistency. Snickers are. Whenever we have Halloween, I'm always rating my kids pumpkins for Snickers. So, but I mean,
Nice.
I do enjoy that like brittly, crunchy, whatever that crap is they put in Butterfingers too. But I'm picking Snickers. But if I'm going to the grocery aisle
Mhm,
and you're like, hey Jay,
mhm.
I'm gonna get a candy bar. What do you want? I'm gonna say Snickers. Probably like 9 out of 10 times.
Okay, okay.
That or a Heath bar.
I try to keep this with the themes too. Here we're talking. So Gatorade or Powerade?
Ooh, ooh. I feel like Powerade's cheaper, so I'll probably buy that one more,
Right, right, right.
but Gatorade's the OG, so I'm probably keeping Gatorade and killing Powerade.
Yeah, I feel like the OG has a lot of like play into that where it's like
Yeah.
that's what everyone drank, and then Powerade came in. You're like, what is this crap?
Well,
Where it's basically the same stuff,
it's
right?
just like such a rip off the name, like Gatorade, Powerade, like, okay, how many aids do we need?
And then the last one I got for you is Double Dribble or Hoops on NES.
I never
I'm
played
not sure.
hoops.
Yeah, as I say, I think a lot of people never played it. So I was going to bring up a little bit of gameplay to show you where you might be like, oh, yeah, I remember that game. Because I didn't realize there's like 5 basketball games on the NES. It's funny enough, this video I found is the top 5 NES
NBA is
basketball
NBA
games.
NBA Fast Break on here
I'm not too sure.
or Magic Johnson Fast Break or something?
All right, here's Hoops.
Right. First game
We'll
on the
mute this guy here.
It looks cool. I like the graffiti.
Right, right. So it plays a little different than Double Dribble side to side. They got
Ooh,
these
they
little
got the
cut scenes.
slow-mos,
Yeah, little slow mo cut scenes here on it.
but does it say
Hoops.
double dribble?
Right, right, right. Double dribble, and then you get a little bit of double dribble actions. They got the
They got the
replay with the black and white in
yeah,
double dribble. I don't know how much
1987,
time you
baby.
put.
We were 6 years old. I
I mean,
played it.
graphical wise, I say I don't know. Double dribble.
Looks pretty
I feel
dope.
like I feel like hoops might be like you could tell the guys a little bit better. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of bouncing back and forth there. All right, so
I'm
you got
gonna
to
get
keep one and kill one.
I'm giving it to Double Dribble purely for
You
the
keeping
fact
it?
that Konami made it.
Okay,
It's gotta be
that's
better.
fair enough. It's got to be better.
Alright, I got one for you, Russ. I was thinking about this earlier today. I'm looking to
Hmm.
see if I even have hoops. Okay, this is a cereal one. Keep or kill? Would you rather have Captain Crunch or Fruity Pebbles?
Captain Crunch or Fruity
That's a tough
Pebbles,
one, isn't it?
and it can't be Captain Crunch with the berries in it. You almost
Oh,
combine.
no,
You get that right?
ooh, okay.
Ooh, that's a
I
loophole.
didn't yeah, we're gonna say
Plain Captain Crunch,
no, we're not
Fruity
saying
Pebbles,
plain. We're saying crunch berries.
Crunch
With
berries. That's what they
not
actually
oops
named.
all berries, but Captain Crunch with the crunch berries.
That's right. They did. I would if it's that way. I would go with the Crunch berries
Dude,
over.
me too. Me too. I love Fruity Pebbles, but I
I feel like
wouldn't
you have to get so much in your spoon in Fruity Pebbles just to
yeah.
like.
But it does have an incredible flavor, but even with Captain Crunch cut in the roof of my mouth, I'm still choosing it every time,
I
Russ.
had to get some restraint because I was at Target this past weekend and they have the Christmas crunch out. And I'm like, I'm gonna
Oh,
wait till December. I'm gonna wait till after Thanksgiving to get me some
you
Christmas
know
crunch.
what though, Russ? You might ought to just buy it and set it aside because sometimes that stuff gets ran through quick.
Oh, true, it sells out, and then
Yeah,
then I'll have to be getting it off eBay.
yeah. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, Russ. But that
All
was
right,
the
to get
keeper kill I had.
that was the keeper kill. So maybe we'll bring those back. I don't know if we'll do both every episode, but I have those in there. I thought those were pretty good. We also have the Power Minute, which we were kind of taking a look at Nintendo Powers for a little bit, which we can always bring back that if you guys enjoyed that as well. We'll see. We're open for discussion here. We did want to jump out to you guys, see what you guys were saying about the starter jackets. We reached out to you on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to see what you guys had to say.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
Let's hear from you. We'll jump over to YouTube. Mike says, I remember in the early 90s in high school, everyone had either a Hornets, Bulls, Penguins, White Sox jersey, or coats. I was into hockey at that point, and San Jose Sharks just started out. Cool logo and colors. Horrible team. I was sporting their swag.
What a great freaking thing to write about. Like, I love that he added Penguins. And it's funny that White Sox jerseys were popular because that's the one I had. But he is not wrong. The San Jose Sharks, which were an expansion team in 92 or 3, I can't remember. I'm thinking 3. Incredible logo. Kind of the same thing as the Hornets they have kind of like that teal or turquoise kind of blue
Right.
with
I'm
but
gonna bring it up now
but with
because
the
I remember it.
black and has that sweet shark fin, which what an intimidating logo, right? Like everybody's afraid of sharks.
Right, right.
And the sharks biting through the hockey stick, like
I know.
what a
Oh,
great logo.
I feel like this one is on par with the Hornets, just because it's almost got that same color scheme, and you
Yeah.
got this very cool logo.
So I absolutely would have taken a San Jose Sharks jacket if somebody got it for me. And look at the front. Look how it says Sharks with like the teeth marks in it.
Oh yeah, across the
That's so cool.
across your kangaroo pouch there.
That's it. Dude,
Jeez,
what a great
I got
coat.
I gotta search these up. It's getting me excited. I will say when I don't know if it aired, but when I was out in California, we went to a flea market and I met up with Retro Rick, and he ended up getting a Chicago Bulls jacket for like his camera guy or one of the guys in the crew for like $20 or $25, and I was like, oh, I totally would have got that. All right, let's jump back to YouTube here. Retroholic 16. Starter pullovers are the goat of jackets. That's greatest of all time. Growing up, I had the knockoff pro player version, and it was definitely embarrassed by that. LOL.
Oh,
Last year, as an adult, I went and bought a Boston Bruins, the best NHL team ever.
boo,
Starter
Bruins
pullover.
suck. That no, the Bruins are usually good, but they're not great this year. But neither is my
Not this year.
Penguins. My Penguins are
Well,
awful.
well, I like how he said like now we have adult money and we can go back and like all right, let's get these stuff that we didn't have growing up.
That's right.
Um, we got one more I think on YouTube here. Yeah, from River City Ransom. When I was like 12 or 13, I had a Miami Hurricane starter jacket. I became a fan. I don't know why. Now at the age of 34, I hate Miami. Don't care about the team. Talking more about the city.
So you know what's
So
funny
it just
about
hates
that?
Miami.
At some point when I was a kid, I had
Right.
a Miami Hurricanes starter hat
Okay.
because the mascot reminded me of the original Mighty Ducks logo from the movie.
Oh,
You
okay.
you should Google it and see kind of how similar they look.
What do I look up?
So Miami Hurricanes logo,
Hurricanes.
90s logo, it's like a stork, but he kind of reminded me of the duck for some reason.
Hurricanes logo
I think
90s.
he has like a green hat on too.
Oh, right. All right, let's see. Let's get a share for you guys watching
And then
visually here.
and then look up the original Mighty Ducks logo and see kind of like how I thought about it. Okay, so there's that guy, right? He's kinda got the
Yeah.
hat on. He looks kind of like ducky, right?
Yeah, because he's like a stork or whatever.
Yeah, alright, now type in Mighty Ducks logo from the movie. Okay, so not that one. That little guy down there on the like, the little green
Oh
square.
yeah.
Yeah, so that he to me, that's what it reminded me of, so that's the only reason
That's
I bought
true. I
it.
could see it. I could see it. Yeah. I will say the regular like logo and color scheme, I feel like with the movie, kids probably wanted to get the starter jacket, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that Mighty Ducks, starter jacket probably flew off shelves too because there's such a oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's perfect.
look how cool that one is.
Yeah,
It's
right?
got the giant duck hockey mask across one side and then it kind of bleeds over to the other side,
Yeah,
but huge on the front there.
but
But
that
then you got
same
your classic.
yep, dude, starter jackets were so cool.
I mean, winter's here, right? We need some warm
Winter is
jacket.
coming.
Let's see. We had Instagram too. If you want to follow us over there, it's at the Weekly Warp Pipe. Manny's Arcade just said starter made the best gear.
That's right.
That's right. Easy statement right there.
I was waiting for more, and I'm like, "Oh, wait, that's it."
That was it. Easy peasy. And then we got Facebook. Jason Hartley says, I had the Sharks one.
That's funny.
Yeah. I feel now that I think back, I only had it as it was a style, as I know I was not a sports fan unless it was super cross or some other extreme sport. So he just got it because it looked cool, fashionable. And Zach said, I had the Bulls one like that. LOL. I did have a friend with the Hornets one.
See?
So he was able to secure.
Charlotte was on the map with that Hornet.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to good design, good logo design, color scheme. And like we said, a lot of these people were just buying it off of the looks, not
Yeah,
necessarily liking that sports team. Maybe their favorite colors were teal and purple,
right.
or some celebrity was wearing it, or hip hop star, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna pick that one up and wear it for myself.
Yep, or some of us just bought whichever one we could find that was the cheapest.
That is true. Like I feel the more windbreaker ones were more affordable than that thicker coat had to be what over $100 then.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think mine was less than 50 bucks, and that's why my mom bought it for me. 'Cause she knew it was a popular thing. I was like, I'm sure I was talking about my buddy Scott Aiken having one or my friend LaKenya. I was like, "They have a starter jacket, I want one." And then so we're like, "Well, let's go look at TJ Maxx and see if we can find one." And there it was, White Sox. So came home with the White Sox jacket.
I
Didn't
feel
care a
like
thing
too,
about Chicago.
I was gonna say I feel like I got mine and then like that was it. Like the jacket had to last me. I feel like more than a year because it was so expensive.
Yeah, I probably
And you're
wore mine all of 6th grade and maybe 7th.
because you're essentially wearing it just for the at least the one I got was heavy, so I'm only wearing it for the winter months. Once it
Right.
became spring, I didn't get the windbreaker one. You had to upgrade and get the windbreaker one, and
So what's funny is I remember when spring rolled around, or was this 5th grade? It was either 5th grade or 6th grade. But then the cool thing was the Nike windbreaker with like kind of like the
oh,
same
okay.
kind of like colors. Like there were a lot of like greens and blues and purples. You should Google that real quick, like 90s Nike windbreaker, because that at one point those were the rage, at least down here where I lived.
And it
Did
was
you-
just like, oh, colors, like yeah, no teams or anything.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
Nike.
oh, look at this one. Okay, hold on.
I had
Let's
a
get a.
dope one that had, like, green and blue, and I got it at TJ Maxx as well.
I feel like this has that Charlotte Hornets flair ish going to it with the purple, orange, and everything on there.
Yeah, these don't look quite how I imagined. Do, like, 1993.
Go to a
Just
specific
give a
year,
specific year because I think it was 93, or it might have been 92.
like this Jordan one here, maybe.
290. Like that one, the one in the one with the yellow there. Like that's the kind of colors I remember seeing, and the kind of like design.
89 to 93,
Yeah,
where it's almost like the starter jacket. With the starter jacket has this pouch in the front. The
yeah,
color is like cut there. So this one's like yellow on the top with the sleeves,
yeah.
and then the black pouch in the front, kind of.
I'll try to find the picture of me wearing my Nike jacket. Like those down there look more like that one on the right is like really perfect too. Like that, like not that one, but the one below it.
Oh, the one that was below it, yeah. With the I feel like the color schemes on these here,
Right, yeah,
yeah,
that one.
like maroon with a dark tealish blue and like orange. Like
Yeah,
it
like
kind of works though.
that's what I remember. Like those, they looked a lot like that.
Vintage Nike jacket, large blue teal colorway, zip track windbreaker is what they list it. Uh, $59
Mine
in
was a
stock.
pullover, and it had like army green and like a bluish color. Like scroll up a little bit right there. I like to see those underneath that.
Oh, like these ones.
Yeah, yeah, like those. That all those look
I
like
like
how
this
kind
here.
of how I remember. Yeah, like that's yeah, pretty much perfect.
It's like someone got out their color theory color wheel, and they're
Yeah.
like, "What weird colors can we pair up with the?"
So those weren't a thing where you lived? Those
I bet you they were. They seem slightly familiar there
yeah, I think it was 5th grade, maybe 1 year prior to when the
to
starter
the
phase
starter
rolled
jacket
around,
phase
but
came around.
those were if you didn't have one of those in, like, the late winter, early spring, like, you were nothing. And I didn't wanna
Didn't
be
matter.
nothing, Russ.
Didn't want to be nothing. I'm trying to say. I wonder if there's let's see, 90s starter jacket commercial. I wonder if there was commercials for it, right? Or is just all promotion from
This was just from kids wearing them at school, that's the only reason I even knew about those.
let's see. I don't know who this person is. 3 years ago, athletic wear commercial. Let's see. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, I remember this commercial.
So 90s. You got the hip hop beat. The hat sideways. Look to the stars and you'll find starters.
Yep.
Man, that's it. Starters. Good stuff. But you're searching for that picture there.
No,
While you
I was trying to
was
find
it
my jacket. It looked sorta like this. If I can
like a lime green
No, it was more like
with
an
some
army
blue?
green. I know I have a picture of me in it. I saw it, like, within the last year. I'll have to dig these out tomorrow and see what I can find to post on
Nice.
our community page.
Yeah. Starter gear.
Yep. It was a
Definitely
thing.
cool. Yeah. Appreciate going back and reliving that there. And again, I think maybe future episode we can do how musicians changed the way we dressed, something
Oh,
like that,
absolutely.
and influenced the way we dressed, or how we changed through high school listening to these bands and stuff. And you're like, all right. Because obviously, yeah, I guess if you're listening to a lot of hip hop, right, you want to get the starter jackets like
Yeah.
your artists are watching.
Yep. I definitely went through a grunge phase we can talk about.
Good stuff.
We'll save it for next time.
Yeah, so we don't always do video games here in the Weekly Warp Pipe. We like to do fashion, music, toys, a little bit of everything. I was going to do a creator shout out as well.
Hey, check this out.
Hey, check this out. If you guys didn't know, I ended up joining up with a super group on YouTube. It's a bunch of retro gamers called Super Retro Force. And I think there's 15 different gamers there
Ooh.
on there. So let me show you on YouTube in case you want to go over there and subscribe to Super Retro Force. Here's the crew right here. So there's new videos every Tuesday and Saturday, and sometimes it's like a solo video. So some of the guys will just be uploading their own video, or it's a video with like 4 or 5 of us in there contributing. So I figured this would be a good way for me to get my name out there and maybe some new people in front of my YouTube channel. And maybe I can do some series on this channel that maybe will perform a little bit better on
Cool.
there than on my regular channel. But I did a bunch of videos for November that'll be coming out in there. And I was on their Halloween episode, which aired on Halloween. So Super Retro Force, pretty new channel. They got 1,150 subscribers right now, 36 videos on there. So yeah, it's pretty great. I've been talking to a few of the guys on there, and they've been coming into my live streams, and we've been trying to kind of support each other. And
Is
we'll
that
see how
Iowa
it
Retro
goes.
Gamer Dad on the left there?
Yeah, yep, he's on there.
Nice.
So some familiar faces. And what's funny was too, as I ended up, I text Riff or Aaron from Pixel Game Squad, and I was like, "Oh, dude," because when I joined up with the guys, I was like, "So I was already in a group called Super Retro Force, and it had Pixel Game Squad, NES Complex, Generation Gap Gaming, Tyler from there." And I was like, "And we did. It wasn't on the same channel. We just had a bumper that said Super Retro Force,
Right.
and we would release videos on the same day. So the concept was like, oh, it's Tuesday. Like, let's go watch the Super Retro Force videos. Like, all 4 new videos came out or something like that. But it didn't end up taking off. And then, funny enough, these guys using the same name and like
I
having
know. Because when you said that,
explosion and
I
everything.
was like, wait a minute, didn't this already happen before?
Right, right. So I was like, and there's no like stipulations or whatever. Like, I'm still making content on my YouTube channel. Like, they don't own anything on that. I didn't have to sign anything. It's not like this big crazy thing. So they're just trying to get the names out there. And they were kind of surprised that I wanted to join. They're like, "Oh, you got like 54,000 subscribers." And I was like, "Well, listen, like, I got that was like a fluke. I got a whole bunch from putting out shorts and all that, but you could watch my views on the videos, and they perform about where you guys are." So
You know what though, Russ? You've been doing it for a long time, and I have a feeling someday, some way, it's gonna happen.
right, right. Well, that's why I said they already are like appreciative of the knowledge I'm bringing to it, and they were like shocked how quick my turnaround is because they were like, "Oh, well, like for the October videos, like you don't have to worry about it." And I was like, "I get you a video in an hour. Hang on."
I know
They whipped
that's
this
the
up.
you and Riff have this incredible knack for just being so fast and everything that I'm not, which is consistent and punctual and quick. So
Yeah, so I made a like a Word doc, and I put down the videos because most of the time we're doing the videos, it's only like a 2-minute segment. I'm not making a thumbnail. I just have to make this quick little segment they're going to drop in, so it's a lot easier on my end. And even some of them, you don't even have to be in front of the camera because how they one of them is called Now That's Video Game Music, where they kind of like those Now
now that's
CDs.
music, yeah.
Right. So the way he likes it is just voiceover. You start the video with game music, then you come in, talk about why you like it, and at the end you let it play for like 20 seconds so they can hear the music, and then it goes on to the next person. So I'm like, I don't even have to be in front of camera, so that makes it easier.
I was looking at my channel the other day, just random, just off a whim, and I saw that I had 299 videos, and I said, "Man, it would be a shame if I didn't just make 300." You know,
Right. Yeah, yeah. Just to top
and
it off.
I don't know if we're doing a Warp Pipe Wednesday or not, Russ. Today, are we? Are we doing one? Were we planning to
I
do
mean, that's
one?
up to you. We could because you
Like,
started earlier. So
yeah, because I have something here, but I don't know if I should show it or wait for Warp Pipe Wednesday.
it's like the
But
app show.
yeah. So maybe if we're planning on doing a quick Warp Pipe Wednesday after this, maybe I'll show it there.
Yeah. We usually do a kind of bonus episode on Wednesdays called Warp Pipe Wednesday, where it's just us kind of talking about what's going on, kind of like an update of the week, or if we're playing video games or anything like that, where it's more off the cuff. We don't always do them. I feel like it's just a bonus episode because we're already the weekly Warp Pipe putting out one episode per week, so that's
Right.
already tough. And it's like, hey, here's a bonus episode as well.
And Russ
All the
has to do it
content.
all.
So cool. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in this week, talking about starter jackets and fashion. Quick shout out to Bull Airs. If you guys want to save 10% off an order, you can use Warp Pipe 10. They're announcing new shoes like weekly. The drops on there are awesome, but they have t-shirts too, jackets, and they got those like Mad Ball type things
That's
that
cool.
they're doing for like Biker Mice from Mars. There's like a whole bunch of different ones. I got one coming in with like Jason in the NES color, so you can find some cool stuff there. So shout out to them. Thanks for sponsoring the podcast. And also quick shout out to our Patreons as well. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Stevie, Trace Lemongood, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic 16, and Austin Mills for supporting as well. You can head over to Patreon/Russ Lyman if you want to support that. Check out new episodes every week and check out the weekly warpipe.com for all other information. As always, guys, thanks for jumping in the Warp Pipe with us, and we'll see you on the next level.